All right, let's dive straight in. Today, we're embarking on quite an epic journey, really, a multi-generational saga.
Yeah, we're pulling from a whole stack of sources looking at one of Australia's most fascinating and, frankly, perilous industries,
Hmm.
pearl diving.
Exactly. And our mission, if you like, is to try and unearth the facts, sure, but also the surprising human connections, the emotional core of this really rich history. A lot of it isn't widely known.
And interestingly, our way into this isn't some dry historical record. It starts with a very modern mystery.
Right, meet Lily. She's our entry point. A woman today grappling with grief, feeling really adrift, a sense of dislocation after her mother Georgiana's funeral.
The sources paint a picture of her feeling like the ground beneath her feet distinctly wobbly. Weeks after the funeral, she's going through her mother's thing.
And realizing she never truly knew her mother. Georgiana had apparently kept the family deliberately free of what Lily called family strings.
Those unspoken things, right?
Yeah.
The burdens, expectations, the ties that bind generations, for better or worse.
Yeah. You can almost see her looking in the mirror, wondering about her own identity, what she might have passed on to her own daughter, Sammy, without even realizing it.
And then, bang, two discoveries ignite this personal quest.
Yeah.
A mysterious pearl necklace.
And a silver frame photo, just Broome written on the back, that's it.
And suddenly, her need to, as the source says, settle the past, becomes our window.
So, okay, let's unpack this. Our search is going to take us way beyond her living room.
Absolutely. Right into the heart of the pearl beds of Western Australia. We're talking complex family secrets, identity, how it all evolved.
It's a big story. So to get a handle on Lily's heritage, we really need to go back way back.
Let's set the scene. Late 1800s, early 1900s, Broome, Western Australia.
The sources kick off with this pretty chilling prologue from 1905. Puts you right there, deep underwater with a diver.
All you hear is the hiss of air. Heavy-weighted boots is claustrophobic.
And it hammers home immediately. This wasn't just work, it was a daily gamble with death.
Oh, completely. The dangers were constant. Down below, killer currents, hidden whirlpools, underwater craters.
Not to mention the wildlife. Devil rays, swordfish, sharks, even whales.
Yeah, and that's just under the surface. Above water, it wasn't much safer.
You had diseases like beriberi, that awful vitamin deficiency from the poor diet on the boats.
Devastating cyclones, too, the willy willies they called them. Shipwrecks were common. Even mutiny among the crews.
It paints such a grim picture. The sources mention the survivors, the bad luck ones.
Yeah, blinded, twisted limbs, haunting the streets of Broome, often wishing they'd just died out on the beds. Life was cheap.
All driven by this incredibly lucrative trade in mother-of-pearl shell.
Huge quantities. The luggers came back piled high. Think about it. 1,600 tons harvested in 1914 alone. It's staggering.
It wasn't just local, this was fueling a global demand. Buttons, inlay, all sorts.
And the method itself got more dangerous over time. It started relatively simply, didn't it?
Right, dry shelling. Basically walking the beaches at low tide, picking up shells.
But then came the shift to deep-sea helmet diving. That changed everything.
Bulky canvas suits, those big iconic metal helmets, weighted boots, strapping all that on every day, knowing the risks.
It's hard to imagine. And this intense, dangerous industry shaped Broome itself. Made it this incredibly vibrant, but also kind of chaotic multicultural hub.
The crews were from everywhere. Dark-skinned crews, Japanese divers were crucial.
Alongside Chinese, Malay, Kopanger communities, all drawn there by the lure of pearls and shell.
And the town reflected that mix. You had Chinatown, also called Japtown, or the Colored Quarter.
Described as this maze of dim shops, opium dens, sprawling shanty towns.
And that architecture, the detail about buildings having solid chains strung over the roofs and bolted into the ground.
To withstand the cyclones, yeah. Tells you everything about the power of nature there and the determination to just hang on.
It was a place where fortunes could be made, absolutely, but it was lawless, too.
Oh, definitely. Smuggling, gambling, it was rife.
And specific things linked to the pearling, like divers hiding snide pearls.
Keeping the best finds for themselves, yeah. And dummying.
Ah, yes. Where Japanese individuals who couldn't legally own luggers controlled them through white frontmen.
It was happening all the time. And then there are even darker sides mentioned.
Like that figure, Carl Gunther.
Yeah, involved in selling women as divers and, well, as sexual chattels. It's pretty grim.
Just underscores how wild and untamed it really was. Human dignity often seemed secondary to profit.
So into this raw, pretty brutal world steps Olivia. Her story really becomes the anchor for this whole narrative.
She arrives from London with her husband, Conrad. Big dreams, founding a dynasty in Western Australia.
But it starts with disaster, a shipwreck. Olivia survives, pregnant, but Conrad. Well, initially it seems she's alone. Conrad survives too, but they are separated for a time.
Right, and she's utterly alone, pregnant in the bush, and then this incredible encounter.
3 Aboriginal women find her, help her give birth to her son, James. It's life-saving.
But then, tragically, James dies.
Yeah, and the Aboriginal women perform what the source calls a birth ceremony. The idea is his spirit returns to his dreaming place.
His spiritual home in their culture. And somehow, this gives Olivia a strange comfort.
It's a profound moment, and it really highlights the contrast that develops between Olivia and Conrad.
How they react to the land, the indigenous people, it's starkly different, isn't it?
Totally. Conrad has this initial prejudice, this unease, the source calls it, around Asians and Aborigines. He's uncomfortable.
But Olivia, after that intense, vulnerable experience, she starts to see things differently, and appreciation grows.
Her eyes are opened in a way Conrad's just aren't. She's adaptable, resilient. It's quite remarkable.
And then they connect with Captain John Tyndall.
Ah, Tyndall, the pearling master, described as having swashbuckling ways, charismatic, daring.
And together they establish the Star of the Sea Pearl Company, Olivia, Conrad, and Tyndall.
And this is where Olivia really steps outside the norms of the time.
Getting involved in the business side, which was definitely not the done thing for a woman back then.
Absolutely not. But it seems like it was her way of coping, of striving for expression, as the source puts it, after losing James.
He throws herself into it. Even starts learning Malay, connects with Ahmed, Tyndall's Malay first mate.
She's building bridges, finding her strength.
Yeah.
But the personal relationships, they get complicated.
Yeah, here's where it gets really interesting. Olivia and Tyndall, there's a connection.
A deep one. An undeniable attraction, it seems, even while she's married to Conrad.
And then Conrad dies. The sources are a bit vague on how.
Yeah, it mentions a conflict in town, highlighting the dangers, but the specifics are lost. Frontier justice, maybe, or just an accident. It's unclear.
And after Conrad's death, Tyndall.
Well, Tyndall himself has this other relationship with Naya, an Aboriginal Macassan girl.
The one he bought.
Yes, bought her to save her from exploitation, apparently. It's complex. They have a daughter, Maya.
Wow. So Tyndall, Olivia, Nehemiah, it's a tangled web.
Extremely. And Olivia faces judgment for it all. When she leaves Broome after Conrad dies, and later, when her affair with Tyndall becomes known.
Even in a place like Broome, those societal rules were strong.
They were. It shows the pressure she was under, despite her growing independence.
So Bloom carries on, but it faces huge challenges. World War I, for instance.
Yeah, that hit hard. The pearl shell market completely collapsed. Broome became, as one source describes it, a ghost town for a while.
And personal tragedies continued, mirroring the global conflict. Olivia's other son, Hamish.
He joins the Royal Australian Naval Bridging Train, a specialized unit.
And he's killed at the Dardanelles, Gallipoli, a devastating loss for Olivia.
Tyndall really empathized with her grief there. He'd already lost his own daughter, Maya, remember. He loved Hamish like his own. It hit him hard, too. Found it difficult to reconcile with his faith.
Shared grief. And meanwhile, the industry itself is changing again. Racial tensions rising.
Yes, Japanese crews became even more dominant. That practice of dummying was widespread.
The controlling of businesses through white frontmen.
Exactly. Then World War II breaks out, and everything changes again.
Internment of Japanese nationals.
Right. And Tyndall, ironically, is involved in carrying out the arrests. Men he knew, worked with for years.
That must have been incredibly difficult, telling them they were now enemy aliens.
Heartbreaking, the sources suggest. They were part of the community fabric. It shows how global events tear through individual lives.
But through all this turmoil, separation, some bonds proved unbreakable. Olivia leaves Broome again, though.
She does. Finds a new purpose in Fremantle, working with a Dr. Gilbert Shaw.
They establish a girls' home, Shaw House.
That's right. And she eventually marries Gilbert. He seems to have offered comfort, stability.
Until he passes away, too, from a stroke.
Yes. But then, the story circles back, connecting the past and present through Lily.
Our modern-day woman searching for answers.
Her research leads her to Maya, Tyndall and Naya's daughter.
Whose life journey sounds incredibly complex in itself.
Oh, it was. Raised partly by Aboriginal people, then mission schools, fostered by a family called the Barstows, even lived at Olivia's girls' home for a time.
A real struggle to reconcile her different worlds, her Aboriginal heritage and her white upbringing.
A huge identity crisis. It leads her to go on a walkabout.
A traditional journey to connect with her roots.
Exactly. She finds her extended Aboriginal family, finds acceptance, finds a part of herself.
And this eventually leads to a reunion.
A very emotional one, yes. With Tyndall and with Olivia, after years apart. A testament to that search for belonging we all feel, I think.
So what does this all mean for Lily? How does her story tie in?
Her search culminates in meeting two women, Rosie and Biddy,
And they turn out to be
part of Lily's Aboriginal family, through her mother Georgiana's lineage. It's a direct link.
wow. So Lily finds her own connection to this deep history, these themes of identity and belonging that ran through Olivia's life and Maya's.
It brings everything into focus for her. She's left pondering that question Rosie asks her.
Whether having Aboriginal blood means she's Aboriginal in spirit.
It's a deep question. What does belonging truly mean? Is it blood or something more? Culture, connection, spirit. It challenges her, and maybe us too.
So after all that time, all the separation, the individual journeys, Olivia and Tyndall find their way back.
They do, back to Broome. They marry, finally find peace there, their true home.
Olivia has this realization, doesn't she, that Broome was in her blood.
Yeah, that it was the place she was reborn, where she belonged, unlike her life elsewhere, which felt artificial in comparison. That sense of place can be so powerful.
And the legacy continues. Maya gets involved in the Star of the Sea Pearl Company.
She does, and she actively tries to understand her mother Nia's story, delving into Aboriginal Dreamtime, connecting with that side of her heritage through elders like Minnie.
So it's not just about the past, they're looking forward to innovations.
Right. Experimenting with cultured pearls, finding new uses for mother of pearl, like for compass faces during the war, integrating the old and the new.
It really shows the continuity, doesn't it? This diverse, complex family forged through hardship, resilience.
Built on shared experiences in this incredibly unique, challenging place. Their personal stories are just woven into the fabric of history, of cultural shifts.
It shows how individual lives are chapters in a much bigger story.
Absolutely. The echoes of the past, as we see with Lily, are powerful.
Discovering those hidden family secrets, understanding the history, it really can change your sense of self, your sense of belonging.
It definitely encourages you to think about identity, about home. Maybe true belonging isn't always obvious. Maybe it's found in unexpected places, through connections forged by experience, not just blood.
A willingness to understand, perhaps.
So as you, listening, reflect on this deep dive into Broome's history, these lives, maybe consider this.
What are your own untold stories?
What surprising truths might be hiding just beneath the surface of your own family history, waiting to be unearthed?
And how might uncovering them help you understand who you are right now?
What unexpected connections may be triggered by something as simple as an old photo or piece of jewelry could redefine your sense of self?